The regular recommended daily dose of funny is just not enough. Thankfully, we have extra funny with TJ and Riggins.
So on the regular old show, Lindsay was telling us that they got kicked out of the restaurant last night in Miami. Highfalutin restaurant said, "You trashy people got to get out of here."
Yeah.
They
I
said
almost wish they would have kicked us out for doing something fun, but
I've never heard of that.
they have a lot of places now have a time limit on how often they can turn over the table. So if you've been there an hour and a half, and who made the reservation, Lynn?
the client, the people that are treating Kyle.
Yeah, because I'm surprised they didn't tell him when he made the reservation that, or it could have been on the website whenever he did it. However, he did the reservation.
I'm gonna say they probably told him, but in all fairness, there was like 8 or 9 people, and an hour and a half is not that long because it takes forever to get the stuff. I mean,
and that's one of the reasons I don't like going to those fancy restaurants anymore. These big dinners and all, because they take so long. It's like you look up, you've been in there for 3 hours.
Yeah,
it's like, because when you first sit down, everybody's talking, they get a drink, and then the waiter comes around. You want an appetizer? Yeah. Well, we haven't even looked yet. So it takes so long. But an hour and a half, they're getting you in and out over there.
Yeah,
and they said you got to go.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday night, were there a lot of people there?
Yeah, it was crowded, and yeah, I don't like anybody doing. And when we got up to move to the bar because people weren't done with their drinks, we couldn't just leave.
Yeah.
One of the girls. You could tell, well, I don't want to say that. Anyway, she might be from Miami. I don't know. But she got up and was like, y'all need to move. This is our table. We were like kind of pressed near her table. And she looked at one of the girls with us and said, y'all need to move. She didn't say y'all. She said, you need to move.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Rare.
But then, Riggins reminded us how Ace always wanted to get dessert at places.
Yeah, he was a dessert after dinner guy every time.
Yeah. But even if he was also like most of the time he was take it to go. We get dessert to go.
Yeah, sometimes.
He would always take a dessert home.
Yeah,
for some reason.
Yeah.
Where was he eating? Just maybe I picture him in bed watching TV.
Yeah, probably he'd get back to the room and eat it in his underwear.
Yeah.
Just to tide him over until the room service breakfast showed up.
Which he was not going to miss.
Everyone's messaging me, order room service. Ace would have wanted it that way.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah. But yeah, I've never seen that though, where they just say you got to go after you've spent over $1,000 on dinner, and they say you got to go. But
and it wasn't even that great.
I used to really be into going to those nice restaurants and everything. It's one of my favorite things to do. But over the past few years, I've kind of moved on from that. Like I said, because it takes forever, but it's a little different when I can prepare food better than what I'm going to get at any of those 5-star places or whatever they are.
Well, sure.
I mean,
that's a given,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
you don't want to pay all that for not great food.
You have a group of 10 people. You would think as a party that big that they're going to make some accommodations and be like, hey, no, there's a group of 10. They're business people. Let's keep them in. They're going to spend more money. That's just
an hour and a half is no time for that size crowd eating.
Not at all.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Pitbull? Have you seen Pitbull since you've been there?
Oh, I've seen lookalikes.
Yeah. Is it like have you seen a lot of white suits and linens and bright colors and things like that?
I think I'm going to see more this weekend, probably.
Yeah. Because y'all didn't get there until later yesterday, did you? What time did y'all get there?
Well, if we didn't have to wait on a bag, it would have been sooner. But we got here at maybe 3 or 4.
Did you have to? They lost one of your bags, or it was delayed?
Well, so nobody checked a bag except Kyle checked his golf clubs because he can't rent golf clubs. Don't get me started on that. They couldn't get the luggage cabin open when we landed. So we waited and hours went by. And I was like, I can see the beach. Can we just leave your golf clubs here?
Whoa. Oh. So, are the other guys did they rent the golf because they're going to play golf today? Did they rent clubs? Kyle just can't do it because it's too serious of a situation. You can't play with clubs, other people's clubs.
Rent golf clubs. And I'm like, dude, you are more bougie than me. Don't ever say I'm high maintenance because there's not one thing that I rent my clothes for God's sakes. He can't rent golf clubs, but the other guys renting golf clubs probably.
And he's left-handed,
I don't know for
though,
sure,
right?
But
isn't Kyle left-handed?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, that's also different.
Yeah.
Now,
you can't rent left-handed clubs?
You can, but if you're left-handed, you want to bring your own clubs, and I bet you those guys are bringing their own clubs. That's just sort of not.
Oh, wait a second. And I'm looking right at him. He golfs right. Don't you golf right? Yeah. Yes, he golfs right.
Okay.
If you play a lot of golf,
pitches
you're not
left.
renting clubs.
Okay.
He bougie.
Tom Brady wasn't renting his shoes. He has them. He got his shoes.
Well, I just know that when Adam came and played in our charity golf tournament, he had golf clubs sent to my house like 3 weeks in advance.
Yeah. Send your sticks. It's big business. Flying your clubs everywhere because for reasons just like that. You don't have to wait on your plane that you're riding on to get you your clubs.
But these were, I think these were rented clubs that he just had ahead of time. They weren't his.
Yeah, those businesses also provide their own, and they'll just ship them. But you can also ship your own.
Okay. Is it expensive to ship clubs?
Yes.
Yeah, I would think so. It's expensive to ship anything.
Anything, exactly.
Ship my pants. It'd be expensive.
I'll ship my bag.
That cracked me up. I love that.
Yeah, he's. Is he going to be playing for money though? Is that why it's so important that he has his own clubs?
No, he just takes it super seriously. It's just him. It's like he went from baseball being the thing to now it's like golf, because he's old.
Right.
Damn.
He just said, what?
Yeah, it's because he's just super competitive. And if he's going to do it, he wants to do it right.
Sure.
I get it.
Sure.
He's with important people, and he wants to show up with his A game. He doesn't want to look like a schlub out there.
However, if it could have been avoided that I would miss time at the beach, I'd be mad.
Well, that's on her.
Thank you. I packed a carry-on, and now we're waiting. I might as well have just checked a bigger bag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then when we fly with my little friend Jenny, it's nothing but carry-on. She doesn't want to wait on a bag at all. Ew. That's why she does laundry the whole time. She'll wear the same workout clothes every day, and then just she comes right in, throws it in the washing machine, gets it ready for the next day. Shoes and everything.
Oh,
she
really?
sweats so much she has to wash her shoes after she goes for a run, like in Florida or something.
Dang. Just makes me feel so fat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But, what are you going to do while he's playing golf?
The girls have like a spa thing.
Oh, do you want to do that, or would you rather just be on your own?
I think I'd rather sleep at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go for a little bit and then get back in bed.
Life is
Sitting
tough.
around in a spa all day with people you barely know.
Now I'll take a massage for 15 minutes. I'll take that, but then I'll come right back and get in the bed because I'm tired.
You're losing your signal, and it sounds like it's dragging, like you're drunk. We used to do the drunk filter. I'll go for 15 minutes.
Just want to sleep.
I wonder what's happening.
I don't know. Maybe
Because
other
it
people are
still-
waking up and getting on the hot spot. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, I'll head out. I don't want to do that to you guys.
Yeah, it's just coming in and out. Now it sounds fine, but a minute ago it was bad.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
At least we made it this far.
Exactly.
Yeah. Uh-huh. With your bougie ass husband in his drawers and expensive golf clubs.
I will give him credit. He didn't complain when he had to wake up and help me, so that was good.
Yeah,
Have a good.
and you were giving him crap about it. Like, just fine, it's fine, it's fine. He goes, I'm trying to help. We heard him say, I'm trying to help you.
Okay, well, I'm going to apologize. It is his birthday coming up. I need to apologize.
All right. Well, go have fun. Let us know if anything crazy happens and you need to be bailed out of jail or something.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, you wouldn't be calling us. You'd be calling your dad, the U.S. Marshal.
Right.
Good point.
Don't be calling me.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Love
See ya.
you.
More extra funny next.
Buying diamonds in Antwerp, Belgium, like our Gregory Jewelers does, is something special. You look at it, weigh it, look again. It's nice, but could it be better? Now, do that 10, 20, 50, or even more times. Your diamond is extra special, so we go the extra mile, literally, to the diamond capital, where selection and value are the best. We won't leave until the perfect one is found for you and everyone we're there for. To our Gregory Jewelers, that really is something special.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A TJ Riggins Prime button to get to invitations, links, and all the great Prime Plus exclusive content. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey Charlotte, ready to enjoy a chef-prepared meal using delicious seasonal ingredients without ever having to leave your home? Table and Twine is the answer. Have a world-class dining experience without ever leaving your house. Learn more at tjriggins.com/tableandtwine.
Welcome to Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins.
In true ace fashion, Riggins is sitting here debating as to whether or not to eat old food.
That is very much ace, isn't it?
Jody was in Monday. She came in, for that was the hard show. That was hard. Monday, and she came in for moral support and whatnot. Jody is my wife, and she brought some big ol' ass muffins and some donuts, and they're grocery store donuts that you get from the bakery at the grocery store, and Riggins just said a minute ago he thinks that they're still okay if he pops it in the microwave.
It's day 4.
I think it's fine. It's like, would you eat a loaf of bread after 4 days? Of course you would.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, but people are very judgmental. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's been out 2 days. You got to throw it out. But that's a donut. You pop it in the microwave. It's back
of course.
Normal.
And it's got so much sugar. It's a preservative.
Yeah.
So last night I cooked turkey burgers.
Ooh.
And so Jody went into the refrigerator because she was going to get a pickle to go on the side, like kosher deal on the side, where I like pickle slices on my burger. So she got that big bucket of Grillo pickles that I've got in. And first of all, she's trying to take the lid off of it. Now, the lid on these things is tricky. If you ever these are delicious pickles. We're not being paid to tell you this, but they're called Grillo pickles. And they're in the refrigerator section. They're not on the shelf like regular pickles. Riggins turned me on to them, and I love them. But the lid on it is tricky, and so it looks like you pull the entire, like a wide lid off of it, but it's not. It's a thin lid that's... So she was about to just spill pickle juice everywhere. I said, hold on. Let me show you. And so she had already said, because it has like pieces of dill and onions and stuff floating in the pickle juice.
Peppers and it's real chunks of vegetables in there.
And she had already made the comment when we got them at Costco. I mean, what is all that trunk with all these leaves in here? What is all that? That's gross looking. So I'm surprised she even got them out of the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And she said, I saw Riggins eating these the other day. And I guess that's what made her, if I like them, it's not the big deal. But, you liked them. So she was like, I'll try. So she reached in there and pulled one out, and it has dill stuck to it. And she's like, this is gross. It's like trash in here. And so she got that off. And I don't know, about 2 minutes later, she's eating. And she goes, I got to be honest with you. I don't love these. It's like everybody else I've ever talked to that has tried them loves them. She's like, I don't love these.
Yeah, we knew that from the first time you started complaining about it. You weren't going to like them. They could have been laced in gold.
Yeah.
But they are good. Yeah, if you like kosher dill pickles, really good. A little expensive, but they're really good.
But then I said, because I mean, you saw how big that bucket is. That
I didn't even know they made it in that size. It was the biggest bucket of those pickles ever.
And I said, now when those pickles are gone, she goes, what did she say? You're going to eat all that grass out of there? I said, what? I said, no. I was going to say, I'm going to strain that and save that juice because I'll drink that because I love pickle juice.
Sure.
She was like, oh, I was going to say.
Yeah. I'm going to eat the peppercorns too.
That's a salad, basically. What that is, a dill salad.
Man, yeah.
I gotta be honest, I don't love those.
Can I ask you a question? So a couple weeks ago on the podcast, the TJ and Jody's House podcast, you guys got into an argument about cooking responsibilities, and she said she was over cooking for the week. Yeah. And you pointed out, you said, well, it's Thursday and I've cooked Monday, Tuesday, I've cooked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I've cleaned up all the time. How are you I'm saying that wrong. But anyway, you had cooked 2 days. She had cooked 1 day. How are you overcooking? Yeah. And she goes, are you going to say it's been like that all the time? He goes, no, I'm just saying you made the statement, you're overcooking. So I'm asking you why you're over it.
You said by Thursday, I was over it.
Yeah. And it was like, you cooked 1 day. I don't get what. So it normally is, what's the breakdown with you and her in the kitchen?
Most of the time during the week,
it is.
She will cook because she's cooking things that are on
healthy
that diet
organic,
and all of that stuff, which I could do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's
not your thing.
Well, and it's just like, why bother going in and trying to put, a gourmet spin on this food that's anyway. Yeah.
I get that.
But she also likes to do it because she likes to control it. She knows that I cook way better than she does. She knows that when she eats my food, she loves it. But I think she's almost afraid that if I'm in there cooking during the week, that I'm adding stuff to it that she is trying to avoid. Like I'm in there secretly adding grease to shit,
Crisp spoons of Crisco.
Right.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I guess it was 2 weeks ago. She bought a jar of organic, Bobby approved marinara sauce or spaghetti sauce, whatever. And she had seen some recipe somewhere where you just take that and then you add ground beef to it. And so I said, well, I'll do that. I'll do that. So I browned the meat and then I dumped that in it. And then I tasted it, so it needed a little more oregano.
Yeah, doctored it up.
Right. And so she was eating it and surprised at how good it was and just kept. Now, what did you put in it extra? What did you add to it? And I almost told her, well, I did brown that ground beef in bacon grease.
Like a quarter cup of sugar, but it's a lot of sauce.
Yeah. So I think that may be one of the reasons why.
Okay.
She's afraid that I'm going to put something in there to sabotage the diet or whatever.
Yeah, but do you do the turkey burgers?
Yeah.
Okay, so even when it is healthy, and sometimes you will handle it.
And then I probably maybe one night. It's usually the other way. I'll cook one night a week, and then she'll do the others. But it's stuff like turkey burgers, or we have these chicken tenders that I do them and cook them in olive oil and things like that. I'll do that.
Yeah.
But for her to say in that week, by Thursday I was over it.
Yeah, it was like,
what are you talking about?
You have no evidence to back up that statement. And then
it wasn't like I was saying I'm the one doing all the. No. It was just that. Where's that statement even coming from?
I don't know. I'm just over it.
I'm over it. By Thursday I was over it. Because we have home cooked meals, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Thursday we eat something with little friend Jenny and handsome husband Michael. Friday we eat leftovers on Friday night. We don't go anywhere, do anything. Saturday is kind of a cheat day, and then Sunday it's back to eating the healthy stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's not a lot of time for me to get in there and practice my craft.
Yeah,
Now,
sure.
We had guests this past weekend, and I did a seafood gumbo.
Ooh.
And that was, you know, obviously a hit, but
Slayed the room. No big deal.
but I think that she's worried that I'm going to put crap in it that is fattening.
Yeah, like that's what you want.
Like the only way that I can do it is. But I used to cook when I was all into, you know, nutrition and working out and everything. I cooked every night,
Yeah.
and that spoiled her.
That's what it did. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the only reason that I stopped cooking every night is because she went on Weight Watchers years ago. She went on Weight Watchers, and I was cooking clean food like that you would just eat if you're trying to keep a clean diet and work out and all of that. But she had to go by those points.
Yeah. Calories and
Yeah. So she counts those Weight Watchers points. So she started making these Weight Watchers recipes and stuff. And that's how it got swung over to her cooking most of the time.
well, luckily for you, those Weight Watcher recipes are delicious.
Oh my God. Are they not? Just absolutely wonderful. I'll tell you this though. I will take Weight Watchers recipes over organic bull crap any day of the week.
I don't know what you guys are up to
Any
over there.
day.
I'm picturing a lot of seeds and nuts and
The
algae.
the bread is just ridiculous.
Well, she's over it. I'm over it. Oh, really? Is that right?
Yeah, Thursday I was over it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go, you know what? By Friday, going in and doing that show, I'm over it.
Imagine.
Best of. I'm
Imagine
over
if
it.
everybody treated work like that.
Yeah.
By Thursday, I was just over it.
Not that that's her work.
No.
You know, that way, but
No.
But boy, he could cook some of the nights. He needs. We keep saying that he's going to be. He doesn't work on Tuesday and Thursday in the evening, so he could be home to cook dinner. And he does need to start working on. I've taught him to cook a few things. He just doesn't like it. He doesn't like cooking.
Yeah.
And so we're going to start giving him one night a week to be responsible for dinner.
Oh my gosh. You know who else didn't like cooking? Ace.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
there's a
started
guy.
though at the last few years he started trying to cook stuff and everything.
Yeah, on occasion he'd come in and say, "I tried this and it wasn't as good." But then he would ask your advice. He's like, "I made this. What should I have added to it?" And then every once in a while he'd come in and say, "It was actually pretty good, but not often."
He's good on the grill. He'd say he's good at
say-
salmon on the grill and things like that.
But then he'd come in with a story about it. And then I looked out at the grill and there was just flames shooting up. It's like, what were you doing? Yeah, he made
He also loves spaghetti meat.
Sure,
You think I don't know that? This, salmon's it's a little burnt. You think I don't know that?
He was no.
And then another thing he used to always do was when we were out at a nice dinner or something, we were always sitting close to each other, so he would listen to what he'd start out by going, what do you think you're gonna get? And then I knew what he was doing, and I would name like just the grossest thing that I saw on the menu. I was like, I'm thinking about getting that.
The pig lips.
Yeah.
And,
So I can't tell you how many times I would order, and the server would be there, and I would say, I'll have this and this and this, and then I'd watch him, and then they'd get to him, and he'd go, and you know what? I'll have the same thing he did. That sounded good. That sounds easy. The same thing he got.
yeah, he looked to you for a lot of things. Little stuff like that.
When he first started getting into, being knowledgeable about fattening things and that sort of stuff, he would look at me and go, "Hey, is that on the diet?"
Yeah.
I go, "What diet?" I go, "Is that fattening?" Everything was either fattening or not fattening.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what he'd
right.
go, "It's low fat." Or he'd just slam it in his mouth. It's low fat.
Yeah, he was into watching his weight. I mean,
Yeah, that
all
came
the time.
later, but
yeah,
like I said, when he first started out with that, it was like any excuse. He'd go, "Well, I got a headache, so I'm going to eat a burger,"
yeah,
or "I'm gonna hit it hard Monday."
yeah. And he cussed himself out I'm just a fat piece of shit. Like, shut up. And he'd be, he's skinny in the last few years. He was thin and in good shape. I thought he would always look really good.
Yeah.
But he would always, I'm fat. I feel terrible. Meanwhile, I'm like a big fat slob. And I'm like,
and I would try to tell him, hey, when you say that around people, even though you might believe it, that you're, that you're not where you want to be or whatnot. I said, but you say that around people who really are fat. It's it's like they get even more self-conscious. It's like they say, well, what must he think of me?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But never stopped him.
No, please.
He's like, and at times I would think he was saying that because he wanted people to go, oh man, no, you look great. But he wasn't. He was just going off on himself. He would cuss himself as much as he would cuss anybody else.
Probably 10 times more. Absolutely.
Look at you, you fat piece of shit.
And way more violently about himself than anybody else.
Disgusting. You looking at a picture of himself. You are disgusting.
It's Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins.
What you doing there, Greg?
Oh, hey, Katie. I'm making my world-famous Greg Nog.
Well, if it's so world famous, how come I don't know about it?
There's a lot you don't know about me. Like how I just ordered truckloads of our most popular items at Sweet Dreams.
You did what?
Shh.
Right now, get a copper pillow top mattress starting at just $449. In stock and ready to rock. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
When it comes to all things real estate, especially in the Lake Norman area, there is no one better than the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. We've used them for years. They're our friends, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple Team. tjriggins.com/Temple Team.